This is the non-hardwire shadow light, so it has the plug that plugs into the wall. This is your on-off switch. This is the shadow light. These are the screws that screw into the back of the shadow light that hold it into the saw. This is your drill template for drilling the hole into the saw. Your wire clip for the saw. This is the clip that will hold the on-off switch into the handle, so it keeps it in nice. And then this tucks the wire in along the side. You'll see that in a little bit. And these are the wire clips that hold on to the original power wire, and then we'll also clip into this wire so everything stays nice and neat. So those are all the components for the non-hardwired shadow light kit. Now let's get it installed. What we're going to do is unplug the saw. Now we can start taking it apart. We'll start by taking the blade guard and then the blade off. So go ahead and remove 1, 2, and then 3 screws to get the blade guard off, and then we'll take the blade out. And support the blade guard as you take the top screw out. And just set that off to the side. Now we'll take the blade off. So push the button on the back side to lock the blade, and then clockwise to loosen on this one. I've got the Shop Nation dust collection, so I've got to remove that because it puts a small range for the blade to move. Okay, now you can bring the saw back down, lock it in place. We're going to drill the hole. So I've already drilled the hole on mine because I was testing it out. But the way you're going to do it is there's a drill template that's included. And so you'll slide it on here so the profile will match the back. There's a center hole. So what I recommend is marking your location, and then drilling a small hole where that marks at. And if you got a center punch, that would be good so it doesn't try to walk off. But mark your location. Drill your hole with a small hole, say an 1/8 inch, maybe even smaller, and then you can come back and then you're going to re-drill that with a 3/8 drill bit. So you run the 3/8 hole on the back side of this. Once you have the hole drilled, we can install the light. This is the light. So what you do is start with the cable side, and we're going to run it from the bottom out the hole that we drilled. And then we'll install it with the light facing towards the blade, and then just slide it in. It should be a snug fit to stay in place. Now we'll get our plastic threaded screw to hold it in place. Okay, I brought it in camera view this time. I'm going to show you again. So you put the threaded screw on, just run it past this first part, and I would twist it there. Once it's on, you just slide it all the way down until it comes out the other side. And then we'll just thread it in. And it shouldn't thread difficult. If it does, then it might be crooked. It is a plastic screw. Just be gentle with it. It doesn't need to be super tight, but snug it up. That's your wire coming out. Now we're going to feed it through this side. Now what we want to do is feed it in between these two little bars that are come across here. So right in the middle. Feed it in there. Now we can install our little wire guide or wire clip. It has an up, and because the upside is a little bit thicker than the bottom. So what we'll do is just peel these little red protectors off. Might be the hardest part of the install. Okay, I'm back. Finally got them off. So now we're going to go ahead and lift the saw back up. See our wire right here. So we want to have the up facing up, and we want to run this. There's a little ledge right here. We want to kind of run that wire right there on that ledge. And just put the wire clip right here. The wire's not tight in there, it'll move if it needs to. But we're just going to run it right there. And then press and hold it firmly for maybe 10-15 seconds. And this just holds it out of the way, so as the blade guard moves back and forth, it doesn't come in contact with the blade guard at all. Okay. Now we'll put our blade back in. Blade back in. Got our blade lock. Be careful on touching the teeth, they can be sharp. So just use the wrench to turn it, push the pin in until it locks in, and then we'll snug our blade in. Then we'll put our blade guard back on. Oh, I thought you know that. Everybody's eating dinner? Let's get it fit. That's good. Let's snug everything up. And that's it. We should be ready to test it out. Let's grab a piece of wood. Okay, now let's remove the two screws in the back side of the handle. So use your Phillips screwdriver and just take those two screws out. Having a magnetic tip helps to remove the screws. Now get your on-off switch holder, and with the side that's blocked off in the middle, you want to put that on the right hand side. So we'll just drop that inside there. Put your screws back in. And tighten them back up. Okay. We take the on-off switch, and this side has an opening, so that's going to go right here on this post. So what you want to do is set the wire here, slide this side in, and then slide this side down until it snaps in, and that's it. Okay, now we're going to route the wire through the little channel that's right here. Let me give you a better view of that. Okay, what we want to do now is run the wire in this little channel right here. And we'll use our shim. It's a little bit bigger on one side, a little bit narrow on the other side, textured. On the back side, this will be out because it does have a little taper on both sides also. So what we'll do is run the wire inside of this little space here, and then use the shim itself. Like I said, it's a little wider on one side. Kind of push that wire in and put the shim in. It should fit nice and snug, keeping your wire nice and tight against the saw handle here. And then your wires come out the back here. And this is where we'll take the shadow light wire, run it behind the power wire here. And then we'll bring it up. And then we'll just connect it to the Wago connectors in the back. Okay, go ahead and pull the saw all the way towards you. Make it a little bit easier to access here. We're going to connect the shadow light wires to the Wago connectors. Okay, maybe before running it in the little groove right here, we'll take the connector box and we'll take the two wires from the light. The orientation doesn't matter, so it doesn't matter which slot they go in. Just need to make sure they go in the holes down at the bottom and that they go far enough back in. So just like that, and then lock these down. And then before we put the lid on, we'll go ahead and put the rest of it together. So we'll go ahead and tuck this wire into the little slot here. You can use your little spacer gap tool and use it to push it in. Make sure it's real tight up the front, and then we'll put our tool in here. Fill the gap. And then we'll put our clips on. There's 10 connectors, so you have plenty of connectors to put as many of these as you like. So just expand it over the wire, slide it on, and I like to keep these up on top, and then just keep the wire right in line with it. We'll just keep going back. And for here, I like to take the screw off and put it inside of there. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get your Phillips screwdriver and just loosen the screw. And then we'll run this wire through. And we'll put the screw right back in. keep on clipping as far as you want. Said there's 10 clips, so you can go all the way to till the end of the wire if you choose. But for now, what we do is plug this in, and our switch will work the light. You ready to go? Okay, now we'll just add the top casing